Hello, everybody. Son Adelaja here. How are you all doing? Shegun Fatima, good morning. Landlord Adebayo, good morning. Mufe Lola, good morning. Goya Sharis, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Agboyo Basi, good morning. Kennedy Festus, morning. Jacob Sale, good morning. Paul Oriade, Anne-Marie, Avril, Anastasia McDonough, Anna Marie de Monte, Freeze, Jumbo, Jake, okay. Well, welcome everyone. As you are coming in, let's quickly go and share the link. Let's go and share the link to this program. Sandra, Stella Nuhu, Fumi Jeboda, Demidenka Yuri, Ibidokun, Cosby. Good morning, everyone. Bakare Jesu Tomi. Morning. Mike Ken Phrase, Cordelia Eme. Nice to see all of you. Now, as you come in now, please go look for your share button. OB, Madu. By the way, OB, Madu, they are releasing their books today. And it's going to be on discount. If you've not gone to check on it, you can get it now. It's already there. So go to Amazon or Okada Books and look for the Madus. You'll be able to get their books for as cheap as possible. Okay. We are going to be talking today. Of course, this week we are talking about the difference between men and women. And because of the history makers training, I had to talk about this topic just once a day, unlike what I would normally do, talking twice a day about each topic. So I will probably continue this topic to the next week, to the following week. So that we could expand on it more and more. So the topic of today is difference in how men and women understand sex. Difference in how men and women understand sex. So how do we look at sex? How does a man look at sex? And how does a woman look at sex? What is the difference in the way a man and a woman understand or look at sex? All right. Now, this is a very sensitive topic, right? It's a very sensitive topic. Unfortunately, most of my HMT graduates have gone back. So I'm back by myself, on my own today. Well, but this is a very important topic. How men and women understand sex. What's the difference in how men and women understand sex? The difference in how men and women understand sex. Okay. Number one. Sex to the man is almost only the expression of love that man has. I have mentioned it before that in comparison to women, it is safe to say that men don't have feelings, because the main feelings that men have is always boiling down to 2 or 3. Always boiling down to 2 or 3. So, for example, when we talk about love, to a woman, that could mean 1,000 different things. And I think men should listen to me now. Men should listen to that. To a woman, the term love could mean 1,000 different things. Okay, for example, let me just show you a photograph here. Okay, look at this photograph. When you mention the word love, did they get the water? When you mention the word love, look at what that means to the man. Just one thing, on or off. On or off. So to the man, the word love is either on or off. That is sex. Either sex is on, is ready for sex, or is not ready for sex. That is what the word love means to a man. But when you mention the word love to a woman, she's considering will I get pregnant? Or am I ready now? Or is it my month? Or am I having menstruation? Or does it love me? Or, what will happen? Am I, all kind of thoughts in the life of the woman. She has thousands. Do I look nice? What about my underwear? What about my this, my that? And how is that going to affect me? Did he tell me he loved me? What is the picture I must see? See, when you say love, when you mention love or sex, so the word love or sex to the man, very straightforward. Nothing complex. Nothing complex. When you say love or sex to the man, when you say love to the man, nothing complex, just sex. Either I'm ready or I'm not ready, on or off. Love is sex. But to the woman, love, look what it means. Look what it means. Look what it means. Very complicated. Very complicated. They are all different. So she's not just straightforward meaning sex or going to bed. And it's very important. I don't know if this right. I'm English. It's very important that we know that. Let me show you another photograph here from my note. See where love is for the. Okay. Can you see that photograph? For the woman, love is in the heart. That means love for the woman is romance. Romance. Love for the woman is romance. You see? Romance. Why love for the man is love for the man is just one thing. Sex. I like what Jim wrote. Jim says, thank you. Now I've got to get my wife to see this so that she will pity me. Jim is your typical man. Jim says, that is so true. Thank you, thank you. Now I've got to get my wife to see so that she will understand and pity me. I know where I'm coming from and have mercy on me. So let's have a look at that picture again. Did you want to talk about love? Well, this is love. Want to talk about love? This is love. Women don't think about sex when they are thinking about love. And I will tell you what, most men don't know this. We think that women are thinking about love when they are thinking about sex when they are thinking about love. But it's not true. Women are not thinking about sex at all. When they are thinking about love, they are thinking about romance, they are thinking about family, they are thinking about warmth, they are thinking about children, they are thinking about care, they are thinking about fondling, they are thinking about fondliness, they are thinking about security, they are thinking about provision, they are thinking about 100 different things, but not sex. There is nothing here in the back. Everything is here. So to the man, love is sex, and to the woman, love is romance. Love is romance. Now let's go back to that picture that we saw before. Let's go back to that picture that we saw before. This is what a woman, when she's thinking about love, these are all different varieties of things that are coming to her mind. If a man is thinking about just one thing, sex, a woman, before she thinks about sex, she's thinking about, has he proven to me that I care for him? I care to him? Let's examine some of the questions that a woman thinks about. When you tell a woman, I love you, she's not thinking about, I want to have sex with you. But when a man is thinking, I love you, when a man is saying, I love you, he's thinking about bed. He's thinking about sex eventually. All road leads to bed for the man. Just one question. Love is one question for the man. But for the woman, let me tell you, when you tell her, I love you, she's thinking about, let's say this bottle means it's going to give me security. This bottle means it's never going to offend me. This one means it's going to always make me laugh. This one means it's always going to provide for my needs. This one means it's always going to be there for me. This one means he's never going to let anybody offend me. This one means he's going to always cover for me. This one means he's going to be romantic to me all the time. This one means he's never going to, offend me or abuse me. This one means he's always going to be taking care of all my needs. This one means he's always going to be romantic to me. So when we are talking about love, when you say I love a woman, see all different things are going on in our system. And the man, no system, nothing is going on. The reason for that is because of that same photograph that I've shown to you people before. The reason why love to a woman is different from love to a man is because of this photograph. Because of this photograph. if you remember this photograph, when you say this is man, this is the man. The straight line is the man. Let's say this is the body of the man, the heart of the man, the emotions and the feelings of the man. And then you have the mind, the brain, the mind of the man, the intellect. But the woman, everything goes together. Everything, body, emotions, intellect, feelings, heart, everything is being good together. She doesn't even know where what is. So when you tell a woman, I love you, when you tell a woman, I love you, it goes, it creates an earthquake in her system. It's giving her feelings. She's thinking about security. She's thinking about her health. She's thinking about her body. She's thinking about her future. She's thinking about children. She's thinking about, no, everything is affected. So I love you to a woman means total control all her life. So if you now tell a lady that I love you, and after that, you tell her she's not beautiful, to her that is confusion in her mind. She can't understand. How is it that you say you love me and you say I'm not beautiful? Or if you tell her I love you and then you say, you know, you don't look nice. She cannot understand that because I love you is a total holistic word to a woman. I love you to a woman means I will care for you. I will be there for you. I will take care of you. I will never offend you. I will never make you angry. I want to take care of you. I want to, provide for all your needs. I will never, allow anybody to offend you. I will always protect you. So the word I love you to the woman means a whole lot of things. But to the man, I love you is only talking about sex, his own body. The only reason why he would make the word I love you to get to the feelings or to the heart is if he allows it. He has to give it permission for it to go to his heart or to his feelings. So he might say I love you and he might even be having sex, but it doesn't have anything to do with his heart. It doesn't have anything to do with his emotions, and it doesn't have anything to do with his feelings. So what then happens? What happens is that a man could go and be having a girlfriend outside or a mistress, and then he will come back home and tell the wife, I don't love her. I don't even think about the other man, I don't even think about the other girl. I don't love her. And the woman cannot understand. What do you mean you don't love her? If you are meeting with her, or if you are telling her you love her, or if you are telling her if you are having sex with her. But for the man, sex is only taking place here, in the body. Sex is not taking place in the heart. It's not taking place in the feelings. It's not taking place in the mind. Sex is only taking place here. So what happens is, he could say the wife that I don't love the other woman. That's why I'm coming back to you home. But the woman can never understand that. For the woman to have sex with a woman is total and holistic. It means you love her. It goes to all her body. It affects all her life. It means you receive her everywhere. It means she's total. She's in your life and you are in her life. It means you are integrated together. But for the man, no, he can't be integrated, but then he has to give it permission. He has to give it permission. Now, so Shigo is asking me the question, so do men ever genuinely fall in love? Yes, they do genuinely fall in love, but they have to give, to them, they don't fall in love like they just fall in love. They have to, when they see something, let's say this is the body, this is the eyes, the man sees a woman that he likes, he has to give himself the permission to his mind to think why. He has to have reasons. Why do I like her? And then he has to give his feelings the permission. Do I want to fall in love with her or not? Then once he He has given his heart, he has given his mind the excuse. He has to find reasons why he has to fall in love with her. Then from his mind, he falls in love. He gives permission to his emotion to fall in love. And then it gets to his heart. So it is not automatic. It has to do with a man's will and a man's permission before he falls in love totally. So you see the thin line. He has to unite. He himself has to take a conscious decision to make that love go around. But for the woman, she falls in love head on. It just takes over her from head to toe. It just, takes over her life immediately. But for the man, it's a little bit different. So, let me show you some other things about sexuality of the man and the woman. Let's say a man and woman are married. Let's say a man and the woman are married. I want to already ask for forgiveness for this picture. So forgive me for this picture. The picture, I don't like the picture myself. The picture is a little bit rude as far as I'm concerned. This picture is rude, but it tells the story. It tells the story, and it will help me to communicate to you exactly what happens to the man and the woman. Please, let's show them this picture. So again, forgive me for the pictures. I don't want you to see that. Okay, that's a bad picture there. Oh, I'm going to cover it a little bit. Yeah. No. We need to see the word. We need to see the picture, but I just want to cover this. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you see? So this is the man here making love to the woman. See all what is going on in the mind of the man and the woman. She's having so many concerns. So many concerns. Oh, am I okay? Oh, is my underwear okay? Oh, is my menstruation there? Oh, am I going to get pregnant? Oh, is he going to take care of me? Oh, am I going to have children? But he is only thinking about pleasure. He's only having pleasure. But she is having all these thoughts. All these things to a woman is a complex thing to make love. It's a complex thing. It's a difficult thing to make love. But for man, it's only pleasure. But for the woman, a lot of things to consider. Will I get pregnant? What will happen? Will he care for me? Would my children be taken care of? With my, what about my older children? What about my younger one? What school will they go to? What will happen? All kind of things in the mind of the woman. So it is very, very, one has to be very careful when you are approaching a lady for love making, for making love. That's why rape is such a big insult, and that is why rape is so much punished. And that is why people have to go to prison and so long prison time, because you need a woman's consent and you need a woman's permission to make love. You really need to let the woman take a decision. She has to get her will involved. She has to be willing to do that thing, to make love, because it takes a lot from her. It takes a lot of decision for her to make. It affects a lot of a different aspect of her life. A man can just be ready to make love at any time. He's ever ready. But for the woman, maybe she is not in the mood now, or maybe you didn't tell her in the morning you like her, or maybe you didn't tell her she was beautiful, or maybe you didn't give her some compliment, or maybe you didn't, you are not nice enough, you are not soft enough, you are too rude, or maybe different things go on, or maybe she's having her menstruation, or maybe, it's a month when she could be pregnant. All kind of thoughts in the mind of the woman. But for the man, ever ready. Ever ready. Yes or no, ever ready. Let me show you another picture about love and sexuality of the men and women. Let me show you another photograph. Okay. So, okay, can you see this? On top, this is the man. This, sexuality for the man. It's either red, he's not ready, or he's ready. Most of the time, it's almost in green. Always in green for the man. He's always ready for sex. This is the man here. But look at the woman. Anytime you propose to a woman to have sex, anytime you talk to the woman about love or sex, even though she wants, see what happens. She wants now, she wants, and then she doesn't want. She wants, and then she's careful. She wants it, and then she's thinking. She's like, she wants yes, to have sex. She's having 1 or 2 or 3 red. Desire to say, okay, I want it. She's thinking, look at all this mark. Look at all the things that could come on. Because she's thinking, let me tell you this. For a woman to make love, to have sex, she has to have an image in her mind. She's not just thinking of sex to her body as a body physical thing. For a woman, for example, a woman told me, I cannot make love to my husband, and he doesn't understand why. So I said, what is the problem? She said, I cannot make love to him because there is nothing for me to picture in my mind during that time. There is nothing for me to think about. I need to think about how good he is to me or what he has done nice to me during the day. So even though I want to make the love, but there is no good memory. There is nothing for me to think about him that time. So a woman wants to think about his attitude. A woman wants to think about his kindness. A woman wants to think about how good he is. A woman wants to, a woman is going through a lot of things in her. So it's a big challenge and a big question and a big process for her. So let us make love. That's why she's always saying, I'm having headache, or I'm not ready, or I'm not in the mood, or every man, I always say women have headache, women's headache. But the headache is connected to this because it's a big decision for her. Why to the man is just straightforward. Yes or no, yes or no. But to the woman, it's a big complex issue. She's thinking about so many things at the same time. It's not just go to bed and sleep. Wow. See what is happening? Complex. Do you now know and understand why in the West there is what they call rape in the family? In the West, it is possible in court, the court of law could charge a husband with rape. Rape of his own wife or of his own wife. In some cultures, they cannot believe that. How can you rape your own wife? Do you have to, how can you rape your own wife? But for the woman, if she doesn't want, if she's not in the mood, if she's not willing, if she says no, and you make her do it, it means you are raping her. You are breaking her will. You are violating her. Of course, there are some women that are forcing themselves or are making themselves to be mechanic and to, do it all the time because they know that their husband need it. And women are now growing and making themselves and forcing, changing themselves to being ready all the time. But no matter how much she wants to help, there is no way a woman will be ready all the time. But first of all, there is no way a woman will be ready all the time because of her mood swings. If she does agree to make love when she's not ready all the time, when she's not ready, to her, is like rape. It's like she's a prostitute. It's like she is engaging in prostitution when she has to make love when she doesn't feel like. Or when she has to make love when you have not shown her romance, when you have not shown her care, when you have not shown her protection, when she doesn't have a picture of you being kind to her. She's got to have a picture of you being kind to her. She's got to remember something for which she's thinking about when she's making love to you. Okay, for example, let me show you this picture. Jacob Saleh is asking the question, what goes on in a woman's mind when she is comfortable not talking with the man? This is what's going on. See the woman, what's going on? She is thinking about love. What is she thinking about? She is remembering all your good attitude to her. You know, she see now you are embracing her. The man is embracing her. So that means the man is caring for her. So while the man is caring for her, she's feeling love. This is how she is feeling love. Not when she's making sex or making love. She's making love when she's receiving care. She's making love when she's receiving attention. She's making love, she's feeling love, sorry. She's feeling love when you are giving her protection. She's feeling loved when you are there for her, when you are being romantic with her, when you are helping her, when you are supporting her, when you are caring for her, when you are touching her, when you are, playing with her, when you are, taking care of her needs, when you are there for her, when you are soft with her, when you are kind with her. But you see why they are sitting down there, you see what the man is thinking about. The man is thinking about sex. It's not the heart. You see the heart here. This is real heart. But this is woman's body here. This is not real heart. This is bed. So he's thinking about sex because that is how men feel. That is the only interpretation of love for the man. Sex. But for the woman is romantic. So when they are in bed, before she could be comfortable making love, she has to have something to think about. Man doesn't have to have something to think about. Man just have to see a body. Or man thinks about the body of the woman. Like you said, he's thinking about the body of the woman. But the woman is not thinking about his body. The woman is thinking about his act of kindness. Amazing. Amazing. Huh? Now, Sister Gift says, wow, men need deliverance. Oh. They don't need deliverance. Oh. If they need deliverance, if you give them deliverance, then no children will appear in the world. He doesn't need deliverance. That's his nature. So that is also the reason why for a woman, that photograph that I showed you, this photograph here, this explains why women need prelude, or what do you call prelude? Foreplay. This explains why a woman needs foreplay before sex. You don't just go into sex immediately, bam, and let the woman open her legs and that's it. You must do foreplay. Why does she need a foreplay? She needs foreplay because she needs to bring up some memories in her mind. She needs foreplay to arouse her. She needs foreplay for something positive to happen in her mind, to associate with it, something good. Okay, there is a question here that says, Omowumi Adu is asking, so since sex to man is the only expression of love, that means that men don't have feelings. Now you are getting what I'm saying. You know, I've said that before, that men don't have feelings. Okay, that men are totally different. Men don't, compared to women, men don't have feelings. So she's saying that is men don't have feelings. To women, love could mean a lot. Yes, she has a lot going on in her mind, but man doesn't have anything going on in his mind at all. The only thing that's going up in his mind is the body of the woman, or how he's making love to her. To men, love is sex, and for the woman, love is in the heart. Yes, women think about romance, family, security, etc. Different questions on her mind, like, is he going to give me security, etc. Yes, I know. That is why, you remember I showed you a picture in the beginning. Let me find that picture. Let me show you another one here. Please. See this picture here? This is love for the woman. Operation tape room, war room. This is the love for the woman. You see how many curtains we have there? See how many buttons? Sorry. See how many buttons? She has to consider pressing all these buttons. But for the man, see how many buttons? It's just one button. Sex. Either he's ready or he's not ready. Either he wants now or he doesn't want. That is only one button when it comes to love for the man. This is it. When it comes to love for the woman, see, she has to consider this. She has to consider so many things and so many things going on in her mind. Either she likes it or not. That is why a woman needs sex she needs to relax to have sex. Now, let me show you a picture here. What is going on? Somebody asked, what's going on in the mind of the woman and the man? Okay. You see, this is sex. 70% of the mind of the man is taken up by sex. Thoughts of sex. 70% of the time, the thought in his mind is about sex. Even if it's not, even if it is not about, we are not talking about sex now. In the average, he has sex thought dominant in his mind. But the woman, she's thinking about love, about different things, feelings, but not the man. The man is thinking about sex. Most of the time, especially when you are talking about relationship. And he says she's having a headache. She's thinking about one problem or the other. And he is thinking about sex. You see how big sex is. In the big portion that sex is occupying in the life of the man. Now, let me give you other picture that might be able to help you. Let's now talk about how women, because a lot of men sometimes accuse women of being promiscuous. I want to show you that women are not naturally promiscuous. Women are not naturally promiscuous. Women, it's not natural for them to go about sleeping. This is women. This is the woman diagram here, and this is the men diagram. And this is the diagram on how they attempted to have sex. To have sex, before a woman is tempted to have sex, this here means she's not interested. I'm not interested. But even when she is interested, these are all interested, right? even when she's interested, she has to consider this. So before a woman will leave her husband to be seduced, it takes a lot. And this is before she is eventually seduced. But that is the point. So before she gets here, she has to pass this hurdle, all these hurdles have to be overcome before she could be seduced. Because it has to go through all her feelings. It's like rainbow feelings. She has to give permission here, give permission here, give permission here, give all the permission, answer all the questions before she allows herself to go and have an affair. But the man, he might not be interested. Man is yes or no. He might not be interested or look at interested, seduced. The only sometimes he could consider one question. Am I going to do it or I'm not going to do it? Am I interested or I'm not interested? Only one question to consider. And then he's seduced. Look, this is seduction. He's already gone for it. He could consider that maybe I love my wife. He could say, okay, I fear God. I don't want to do it. Only one question. And then he's seduced. But for the woman, before she could be seduced, it's not easy for the woman. So when people are talk about women, as if women are prostitutes, and try to stigmatize them and say women just sleep about, women are just prostitutes and they go about sleeping. That is not quite true. People who say that are people who don't know women. People who say that are people who don't know women. If you know the nature of women, you would not accuse them of sleeping around. Yes, there are women who are prostitutes. Yes, there are women that are sleeping around. But for them to get to that place, it means some things have really gone wrong in her life. It means that there is no father figure in her life. It means that there is no man that is comforting her, that is taking care of her, that is, giving her support. It means that things are really broken in her life. It means she's in a bad place. And what she needs, even when she's sleeping about or she's a prostitute, what she needs is not condemnation. What she needs is support. What she needs is understanding. What she needs is somebody to be there and love her and give her support and give her protection. Much like Jesus did with the woman they brought to him that was caught in adultery. When the woman was caught in adultery, he knew that if a woman will go to become a prostitute, it is only because men have not played their roles. If a woman will go to become a prostitute, it is only because somebody had not taken care of her, someone had not covered her, someone had not protected her, someone had not provided for her, someone had put her in a dangerous place. Someone had allowed her to get to a point where she doesn't have any way out. It is not a natural thing for a woman just to be thinking about who to sleep with. As a matter of fact, she might sleep with you only to get affection. She might sleep with you only because she needs that protection. She might sleep with you only because she needs that covering. She needs that acceptance. That is the only way why she will sleep with you. But she's not sleeping with you because she is thinking about sex. It is men that are thinking about sex, but she is thinking about love. So the reason that women will go about sleeping is because they need that love. In fact, what happens is that women will give you sex in exchange for love. So a lot of girls lose their virginity because they are thinking, and this deception, they are thinking that if they give sex to the man will now give them what they needed. The man will now give them protection, security, companionship, friendship, romance, and all that. That's what they are thinking. But in the real sense, what happens is that when she gives that sex to the man loses interest in her. And that's what they don't know. They don't know that the man will lose interest as soon as he gets the sex. But they are thinking, okay, since he needs it, or since it's important for him, okay, I will do it. But that's not what she's after. What she's really after is actually, let me answer this question. What does love mean to a man? I mean, to a woman. To a man, you already know what love means, all right? To a man, love means sex. But to a woman, love means protection, father, that somebody will be there to become my father. Somebody will be there to be a father to me. Somebody will protect me like a father. Somebody will care for me like a father. Somebody will, give me all the things that I need. Somebody will care for me, protect me, watch after me, look after me, and take care of me as a father. That is what a woman is looking for when she looking for love. Even when she's, have you ever seen women that are dressing in a tempting way? They reveal their breast and they wear short skirt, and they they dress in a vulgar way. That vulgar dressing from the woman is not because she wants sex. And that is what is difficult for the men to understand. Even when a woman is dressed in a vulgar way, even when a woman is revealing her body and dancing scriptism or whatever they call it, scriptism or whatever. Even when she's doing all that, it's not that she wants you to come and sleep with her. She just wants you to pay attention to her. She just wants you to notice her. She just wants you to, she just wants to get your attention that, oh, am I important? Am I beautiful? Am I okay? Will you protect me? Will you take care of me? Will you care for me? That is what she needs. That's what she's thinking about. She's thinking about getting your attention so that you begin to not sleep with her, but so that you begin to care for her. And when she sleeps with you, it's because she knows that you need that. And that you maybe if you don't, she doesn't give you that, she will not get your protection. That is the question with the woman. The woman just want to sit with you and receive that comfort, receive that support, receive that protection. So what does love means to a woman? Love means protection. Love means fatherhood, like you are going to be like a father to her. Number 3, love means companionship, that you are going to be there for her all the time. You are going to be her friend. You are going to be there for her. You'll never leave her. You'll never let her down. You'll never disappoint her. Number 4, love means romance to the woman, that you are going to be doing things that are interesting so that her life is not boring. That her life is not boring. Then the next thing, only finally, after a woman gets all these other things, when a woman has received fatherly covering, when a woman has received protection, when a woman has received companionship, when a woman has received romance and care, when a woman has all these things, then it's easy for her to go to the final stage of love for the woman, which is sex. But she doesn't want to get sex at the end, in the beginning. Sex is the icing on the cake. Sex is the thing that finishes a process of care and love. So that's why for you to ask sex of a woman, it is wise for you to first of all care for her. Take care of her. Call her in the morning. Tell her how much you love her. Do something good to her. Show her how important she is in your life. Be romantic with her. Be kind to her. Do anything you need to do in that sense to prove to her that she is important, that she you care for her. And then she will be ready to make love to you or to have sex with you. But if you just begin to ask for sex, the woman is feeling that you are treating her like a prostitute. She's thinking that you are thinking her like a sex object. Women don't like to be treated like an object. She's not an object. And we men, we must change that attitude. We must stop looking at women as just sex object. And that is horrible. So now, let's now go into another picture here. Let's look at another thing that shows us love. What love is for the woman and for the man. See, this is a man and a woman sitting down, courting, dating. Where man and woman are dating, woman is thinking about family. This is love to her. She's thinking about care, family, marriage, children, all that. But you know what he's thinking about? I'm sorry for the photograph. That is oral sex she's making to him. He's watching television, and she's making love to him. So that it's sex. Maybe with television, football, and all that, but the center of it is what you see what she's doing. Is seeing her as a sex organ, as a sex object. So they are sitting here at the beach, but while they are at the beach, look what is in his head. And while they are at the beach, look what is in our head. So, that's why we must all know these things so that we could balance it out. So that we could balance this, so that we could all learn from each other. And we could learn, that we are so totally different. And that, we could learn to just have more care for each other. More care for each other. Let me show you another photograph here about men and women. Can you see the head of the woman? She's thinking about love, talk, care, but he's thinking sex, sex, sex. Everywhere is sex. Sex, 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 food, TV, beer, football. That's the only thing in the mind of the man. But the lady is thinking love, fellowship, family, children, and all that. Okay. Ooh, wow. Let me see some of the things you people are writing. Okay, now I don't like this. Somebody is saying here, the heart of the man is wicked. No. It's not that how can I explain that? Men are not wicked, they are just different. I'm going to show you this photograph again, this diagram again, for you to know that men are not wicked, they are just different. You see the woman, feelings, love, everything is being good together, it affects her. But the man is not wicked though. Okay, sex takes place in the body for the man. But for the woman, this is the body yellow, it takes place everywhere. The yellow affects the feelings, the love, sex affects the feeling, it affects the thought, it affects the heart, it affects emotions, it affects everything for the woman. But for the man, sex is only taking place here. So why is he not having feeling? It's not that he's wicked. It's just that he's built that way. And why is he built that way? So that he could be able to take independent decisions. So that when he's in love or when he has desire for sex, he doesn't lose his mind. And he doesn't go and sell out. Because if everything had been connected for the man, and the man is thinking about sex all the time, he will never be able to go to work. So that he could still have desire for sex and still be able to function. And still be able to go to work. His mind is still free. His heart is still free. His emotions are still free. So, but when he wants to fall in love, and when he wants, and when he feels he is interested and is ready, he could give himself permission to go and experience and, make that love, go over and take over all his being. Unlike the woman. And the woman, why is it that she has all that all together in one? The reason the woman has that all together is that so that she will not be having sex, and because sex means pregnancy eventually, so that she will not get to a place where she's having sex and pregnancy and doesn't have care for the child. She's been giving all this attached together so that whenever she gets a baby, she will not throw her away. Whenever she wants to make love, she will consider many things out of care for the baby, the protection of the baby, our own protection, everything. So God is putting all that here so that, we will not so that he could make decisions, informed decisions, and still be able to go to war or on adventure and walk, but so that she will be able to sit and take care of the offspring. So God is a God of wisdom. God is a God of understanding. God knows what he's doing. We cannot say the man is bad or the woman is bad. Okay, Basil is saying, sir, pastor, please explain to the woman very well. Explain this thing to the woman very well, so that they will not be seeing their spouses as wicked or as witch. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying now. That the men are not bad, but it is needed that they are made like that. Can you imagine now? If a man has been falling in love everywhere and love is taking over, how will he wake up on Monday and go to work? If love has been taking over him, like it takes over the woman, he will go to work one day and will never come back, because even when he's at work, he's feeling sexual urges, maybe 2 or 3, 4 times at workplace. So if it had taken over the whole thing, he would have just forget about the business and follow the other woman home. But because he's having them all separate, he cannot just feel enticed to a woman and follow her home. He can do that if he wants to, but he can also he has the power to also still stop and go back to his own family as well. So there is, the reason is that the man, okay, for example, a tragedy happens. You know, when tragedy happens, the woman is panicking because it's gone all through her. That anything that is happening in her life is affecting her emotion and everything. She's unbalanced. She's confused. She cannot get her thoughts together. But for the man, even though the tragedy has happened, he's feeling the pain maybe in his emotions, but his mind is still separate. His mind is still functioning. He's feeling the pain maybe in his body, but his heart is still free. Why? So that even though the catastrophe and the tragedy is happening, he can always take independent decision of his feelings and of all the other things that are happening to him. So now, Nkem is saying, but we women love also and go to work also. Yes, the women go to work, but the woman is closed. The woman is not, what I mean is this, Nkem, listen. Sexual desire for the woman and love for the woman, generally love for the woman, is hidden like this. You see the way this thing is hidden? For a woman to fall in love, somebody has to go into her heart, into her feelings, and invest in her. Somebody has to go into this thing and find her out through care, through attention, through covering, through fatherly love, through attention, to get her out. So that's why a woman is totally closed and she's walking about. That's why she's not naturally promiscuous. She's not naturally promiscuous because she's closed inside until somebody goes inside to go and draw that thing out. Then she only responds to the attention that is given to her. She only responds. That's when her love begins to pop out. But for the man, he's not inside like this, closed. His love and ability to fall in love, not fall in love, but for sexuality and love, that's why the sexual organ of the man is protruding. A man is always ready. Now, when a man is always ready like this, and then, the woman is just saying, why am I saying this? Because they said the man doesn't have a heart. So if the sexuality of the man, which is already been protruding, is also affecting all of his body, his mind, his soul, his feelings, his emotion, can you imagine it's protruding all the time? He will be paralyzed. All the time, it will be 100% overtaken. His emotions and everything will be. But that way, only his body is affected with that sexual desire. Only his body. But his mind can still control it. His heart can still control it. His emotion can still control it. So a man is not the one that needs to be discovered. He's already out there. He's already looking for. He's a hunter. He's already ready. That is why, thank God, that is only happening in his emotion. In his body. But if that had taken over everything to be like the woman, he will be paralyzed. He will not be able to do anything again. So thank God that he is like that, but he can always have independent decision making something. But for the woman, she is hidden. So she can be going all her life without even falling in love. Unless somebody goes there to really invest in her and bring that love out of her. Wow. Let me see someone. Please, I hope you have shared the link. If you have not shared the link to this video, I think you really need to get this video out, or you need to watch this video once again, or maybe many times again. Under the video, you will see the share button. Look for the share button under the video and share the link for yourself, so that you'll be able to show this to your wife, show this to your husband, show this to your children, so that people will know what love means to the man and what love means to the woman, and what is the difference between them, so that we'll be able to understand the issue. That I think this is really needed for both men and women. Let's see what other people are saying. I want to see what you are saying. Okay, Kels Z says, if there are these differences in love between men and women, how then is it possible for the man to truly give the woman what she wants? Will he pretend then? That's why the Bible says that man should love their wife with understanding, live with their wife with understanding. We need understanding. Both the men and the women need understanding of each other. We need to understand what the woman needs, and we need to understand what the man needs. And we need to understand the difference between us, how a man functions and how a woman functions. Then we can intentionally go and give what she needs to her and what he needs to him. Christine says, wow, if all men will love to apply the teachings of Pastor Sunday, no more broken relationships. Yeah, because we need understanding. By the way, our time is coming to an end. So let me see your comments. Let me hear what you think about this teaching. Please go ahead and write your comments. Let me hear your comments. Yeah, TY is saying this is so helpful because she gets irritated when men are always asking her about if she's thinking about sex or not, as if that is all she's thinking about. Yeah, men don't know that women are not thinking about sex all the time. As a matter of fact, men are thinking that women are thinking about sex all the time because they are always using cosmetics and getting themselves beautiful. So they are thinking they are like them. They are thinking about sex too. So our time is coming to an end. So let me hear your comments. Gladys says, thanks so much, sir. We have learned the difference between men and women. You have built our relationship, marriage, from failing to stable, lovely families. Thank you. More grace, sir. Gift Amos. Can men be raptured with that kind of mindset? That is my concern now. Yes, of course. That's why we must know that, God is not, taking us to heaven by our deeds only. If God had been looking at our righteousness, nobody, man or woman, would make heaven. Not just because of sexuality, but because of, even our own righteousness is like a filthy rag before the Lord. Even the most righteous of us, our righteousness is like a filthy rag. Jide says, true talk, Pastor. Okay, Leye Agbede says, Pastor is right. When we face crisis in my home, my wife gets emotional and generally does not function as well as me. On the other hand, in crisis, I am able to separate my emotions and make decisions without emotions. Yep. Daniel Oshoma said, a man could carry a pain in his heart and still keep on going, but women are easily overwhelmed by circumstances because of our nature. Emmy Bobby says, Pastor, you speak with so much wisdom. Thank you. Leye said, this has changed my family. Gift said, I have shared this and I would need to watch this again and again. Yes, if you press the share button, it comes to your timeline. So you'll be able to watch it again and again. And as you are sharing, please go ahead and write something, your comments or your feelings or your remark, so that other people will be able to see the importance of this message. Nkiro Jimadu said, this is so needed so that women will understand their men that it mess up sometimes. Shiga said, this is God's wisdom. Jide Craig said, the late Miles Monroe said, men don't want sex, they need it. That is so good. So for men, sex is not something they want, it's what they need. It's needful for their survival. They don't have any option. Because men as not just protruding organ, sexual organ, but men as a sperm bank, we call it. That sperm always is always filling up every day. So if you've never been married and you are single, you can still control that a little bit. But even then, some people have wet dreams and the thing will come out because it's piling up. It needs to come out. But if you're active sexually or you've been active sexually, you need to always release it. It piles up all the time. So it doesn't have any option. It needs to release what is piling up there. So Miles Monroe said, men don't want sex, they need it. A need is anything that helps you function. A car doesn't want petrol, it needs petrol. Sex helps men to function. This teaching will help women to manage the difference in men and the makeup of men, right? Flora Ibrahim says, Pastor, men have been taught how to love their wives and care for their family. Oh, I've not been taught. There are so many more teachings on women submitting. Men have not been taught, okay. But more is needed for men to know how to love and care for their families. Yes, I have a series that I did 2 weeks ago You might want to go and look at the links here on my blog or on my Facebook here or my YouTube. There are so many series that I've spoken about how men should take care of women as well and their family. She-Girl, if the man starts early in the morning to attend to her needs, the woman just flawlessly gives herself with no issues. Yeah. T.Y. Nikki, you are so right. The woman can better understand the man when he says it means nothing. Yeah, sex means nothing to him. Yeah. I mean, with another person. Michael Freeze. This is wisdom. Shake Rose, please teach us what makes a man fall in love and admire a woman forever. Yeah, I'm going to teach you that, but not today. I'm going to continue this series next week and the week after, and I think this series on marriage will continue till New Year. Emmy Bobby said, a great message indeed. I have learned a lot from these messages. Shioma, this teaching is healing relationship and marriages. Thank you. T.Y. said, Dr. Adelaja, thank you loads. You have no idea. This has really helped us. I understand the workings of men. I used to look at the men as aliens coming from another planet. Nena says, your teaching is great. I see why most men keep asking for sex, even when they get only laughter from women. God help women. Nkiru Ojimadu, a woman feels that she is loved when she is being made love to. Shigo Nwafo, the man starts the chain reaction that gets to favor them both, even without him realizing it. And he gets to enjoy all the sex he needs because woman's capacity to give is tied in how the man makes her feel, right? Joy Akanono said, so men are so frail. Yes, men are frail in that sense, yes. Kel Z, it truly is a serious issue because some women are not married because of this and have no intentions to. Wow, that's why we need understanding. Shake Rose, I like learning about men from a righteous man. Thank you, sir. Yeah, please come back to this. I'm here 2 times a day, so please come back. Daniel Atsenga, if all men will apply the teachings of Pastor Sunday, what a myth. Women and men need to apply not to apply this teaching. Not only the men need to apply the teaching, but women too. Some women are always and still looking at them only and not us as well to control and manage problems in the family today. So that women should also try to change as the men are trying to change. Odunayo Olabode, women need real love, and that is when she can function very well. Men should not think they are always ready for sex. So women are not always ready for sex. Aim Christine, yes, true, because emotions will do really affect on us. Sometimes we should eliminate it if necessary. Divine, what can a woman do if she has a promiscuous husband? Can he still love her and keep cheating? Oh yes, that is a very big paradox for the woman. But a man could still love the wife even though he's what you call cheating, even though he's having some relationship outside. But if he's not, let me even tell you this. If a man is not leaving the wife and is coming back to the wife and is having sexual relationship with the wife and coming back to the family, it means that he still loves that woman. As unbelievable as that might sound, but that is the truth. He's not leaving because he doesn't love it. He has not stopped loving the wife. If he has stopped loving the wife, there's nothing that will make him to come back to that family in the first place. So that is paradox. That is unbelievable to the mind of the woman, but that's just the truth. Do all women cheat? I mean, do all men cheat? Divine is asking. Yeah, without God, all men will cheat. Only is for a man not to cheat it to take God. Because, but you call it cheat, but it might not really call it that way. His nature is always putting pressure on him. And so it needs the fear of God. It needs to love God. It needs to have relationship with God. It needs to have strong principles, or why for him not to, not to have sexual relations outside. Anastasia, we need more of many Pastor Sundays multiplied over the earth to save marriages. The divorce rate will then go down. Omonike, next time I'm coming again to the world, I would like to be a man, because a man is better. Women are very complicated. I am really suffering because of being woman. Since since I've been in London, I've been without any man as a Christian. But that one is just enjoying life, because my husband is just enjoying life. I was over there because he has to pour out his sperm everywhere. I'm short of words. But Kelsey said, I prefer to be woman anyway, all the same. Daniel is saying, if a man refuses to release, he gets aggressive, angry, and depressed. Yep. Nena says, wow, releasing what is piling up, but with control, I think. What about control? Of course you can control, but it still has to come out one way or the other. Modukwe says, well done, Pastor Sunday. More grace upon you, your life. This teaching will help families. Joy said, wow, it is well. Oh. Miguel says, sorry for my bad English. Is it okay for married couple to have sex only for pleasure, not for children? Oh, yes, it's normal. It's okay. Sex is not just for children, it's for pleasure as well. So it's okay for married couple to have sex as pleasure. Gift Amos, thank you, my mentor, for revealing this hidden secret to enable men to know what women actually need, not sex, but protection and financial security. I do thank you, Doctor, for speaking the mind of God. More grace, sir. Osage, logged in late, can't see the teaching, but you can copy it. There is a share button under the video. You can go and share the video. If you share the link, the button, you'll be able to watch it later. It's definitely the message that I need to hear. Yeah, that's the way to hear it. Comfy here. Thank you very much, Pastor, for teaching deeply. Very understanding. God bless you, Pastor. Winifred Akpan. That was the reason David went to the extent of killing Uriah, to have a beautiful woman all to himself. Christine, thank you, Pastor Sunday, for this very wonderful teaching. Kudos to you all the time. God, glory to God. Flair Kanim Matib. I am more careful now to say to a man that I love him, because I notice that they unfortunately think that you are in love with them, even when this can't be. As far as I'm concerned, love has different meanings. Appreciation, honor, respect, and other good feelings. Yeah. Omonike, thank you, Pastor Sunday, for this teaching. Now I don't have that love for him anymore, because I know he has so many mistresses everywhere. I'm just gutted. Winifred said, I always want to be a woman. Joy said, God will help us to understand our men and pray they don't dabble into trouble with this, their protruding nature. Mabel, some men just come to exploit the woman in the name of love. When they don't find any good there, their story changes. Nkiru says, hooray, I'm a woman. Pastor, that is Pastor Sunday's book. I have a book that is called Hooray, I'm a Woman, yes. Daniel Oshoma said, to avoid temptation and cheating, please, married couples must live together no matter what the situation. Suresh Vaghjiani is asking, Pastor, do you know about Tantra? No, I don't know what is Tantra. Mabel Ambuge, thanks Pastor Sunday for teaching us tirelessly. God bless you. Elizabeth Ali is asking, is the book in English? Not yet. It's in Russian right now. We have to translate it. So many books I have in Russian that are not in English. We've got to translate. Well, I don't know how this teaching came across to you. Maybe it was a blessing, or maybe you are gotten out of it, or maybe it was rather an irritation to you. But I've got to do my job. I've got to tell it the way it is, both for the men and the women's sake and for our children's sake. We've got to understand one another. Daniel Oshoma said, for a relationship, okay, I read that. Nkiru, please keep getting our books and leave reviews too. Yes, Nkiru and Obi Ojimadu are releasing their books today. Go find it on Amazon and Okada Books. Daniel Oshoma said, well, the teaching is great and it's well received. Ayomi says it is great. That's the men are saying the teaching is great. I don't know what the women will say. Well, thank you so much. What can I do? I've got to tell you. I've been bothered as another man saying it's a blessing. Men are happy that their nature I explained a little bit. Another man, Emmanuel, is saying you are doing a good job, sir. Women have disappeared. Women have disappeared, and the men are now the ones saying thank you. Women have gone into silence mood. Eric says it's informative. Ngoya Sharis, that's a woman, says great teaching, very helpful, and adds to our understanding. Daniel is saying, at least when protruding, I have a reason. Eric says, thank you very much, sir. Ernest says, I'm proud to be a man. Thank God for Dr. Adelaja for the wonderful teaching. We are blessed. Esther is coming for the woman. She said, Pastor, we are here and we have enjoyed the teaching. All right. Thank you so very much. And I will see you in the evening. In the evening, we are going to be talking with Pastor James. We are going to be talking with Pastor James from Uganda. He's going to do the review of my book on Nigeria, not the other book, leadership book on Nigeria. So, okay, another woman is now coming out to talk. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair that the nature of men and women are different. Okay? Liar shouts and saying, wait, why won't the men say it is great when it's all about releasing stuffs? Anyway, Pastor, thanks for the depth in teaching. At least we now know the reason behind certain things. Shioma said, we did not disappear to ask for these revelations. Suresh said there is a drive in society to make women more like men. Men are losing their masculinity. What do you think about this? That's very bad. We need men to be men and women to be women. Shiji Life David, wonderful lessons, sir. Wonderful lessons, sir. Katerina Damoleko, Pastor, sorry, I can't allow my children to watch this. Yeah, I understand. That's for the children. It's too, one has to let them grow up first. This is for adults. Igboje said, how can I watch the video? Go to under the video, you see a share button. Go and share it. Share that link. And once you share the link, it will come to your timeline and you can watch it after. Moses said, thanks, Pastor. You have really made my day with this teaching. That is man. That is a man. So you have made their day. Elizabeth said, thanks, Pastor. It's an eye-opening. No comments for now. Wow. Women are depressed, though. Kiru said, well, but with the teaching will help us understand better and to teach men and women about who they are. Aim Christine said, Pastor Sunday, thank you so much for you, because when we are having misunderstanding with my boyfriend, I always tell him, ask Pastor Sunday. He will tell you what I mean, that I'm right. Nena she, women come because it pains them to know that men just love us only for sex and lack care for us. Too bad. But that's why we are teaching now, so that they will know what you need and then try to meet your need and develop themselves and train themselves and come for and learn to love you the way you want. Dupe God. Pastor, what about you say no to a man and he starts insulting you and your family? What can we women do? If you say no to a man and he starts insulting you and your family, it means he is offended that he cannot control you. It means you are the champion. The abuse is a sign that he has lost and he's feeling pain, and his pride is making him to feel pain that he has lost the battle. It means you are in charge. That is a big compliment for you when a man does that. It means you are tough. It means you are. It's a sign of respect, but they cannot just tell you that. Adelaja Ola Yiwola, thank you, Pastor, for this enlightening teaching. It will go a long way to help marriages and the upcoming youth in relationship. Blessed Emmanuel, men should pray for the Holy Spirit. It brings true sense of love and self-control. Okay. Daniel Oshoma, this is a clinic where ignorance is cured. Elizabeth said, Dr. Layo, okay. Olorun Femi, good teaching. God bless you. Ngoya, wow, amazing answer. Gift blessing. We are here. You know the word of God is sharper than two-edged sword. It cuts into pieces the bones and heart through the good teachings. Is that we have learned a lot of knowledge about our men. T.Y. Wow. Amazing answer. What answer are you talking about? What answer are you talking about, Sharis, Ngoya, and T.Y.? What is the answer? Am I the one who gave the answer? And what is the answer? Nena, she love you, my mentor. Thank you so much. Thank you that despite your disappointment, you still love me. I'm just trying to tell you and help the men and the women to know the difference between us, and for the men to know how to change and how to love the women better. Okay. The answer I gave to Dupe, that the man was abusing her and the family. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Okay, take care of yourself, everybody. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the evening. Bye.